This topic right here is the topic of ADD. I myself am ADD or ADHD, whatever you want to call it. I lost track of it, forgot about it through my 20s and 30s. Maybe mid 30s is when I kind of remembered. Well, actually, early 30s when I got married. I realized that's what I had, and why I am the way I am. There's a lot involved in it for me, and understanding how people like me fit in society, or the way it is now in the Western world, or has been for the past 40 years, which is as about as long as I've been alive, is that people like me don't fit into the society that we try to create for ourselves in America, in the Western world, South Texas mostly, which is where I'm from. And I know it's different. Like, my culture deals with people like me a certain way, and I'm sure other cultures deal with those people, those type, whatever culture they're in, however they deal with those types of people. It's difficult for me in the workplace, difficult for me in school to try to fit in. When I try to fit in, it is difficult for me to be myself, because there's so many rules, there's so many constraints. And me personally, I'm like, if I try it like that, it's not going to work for me. So guess one of the things that come to mind is, okay, I got to make money in society, right? I want to be married in society, and I want to have kids, you know what I mean? I had those thoughts also, like other people out there. It's just, I don't fit into the mold that society has created. It's a genetic thing. This is how I am. That's how my genetics are. My parents, somebody in my family had it. I have it, and we're led to believe that there's something wrong with us because we do have it, which is dumb, because you're basically saying, oh, it's because of your genetics. It's like, well, dude, I can't do nothing about it. It sucks to be in that boat when we live in a society that doesn't necessarily accept us. Society doesn't accept us. We're weird. We're out of place. We're out of pocket. Some of us try to hide it, and some of us make it far that way. For me, when I try, I go contrary to who I want to be, and it's difficult to do that. So I just like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. And I still, to this day, people make fun of me, make this, they chipper behind my back and chipper on the side of my ear, because y'all went to school with people like me. What happens to us? We get bullied. We get casted out. Man, I'll never forget, I was in middle school. There was this one kid named Jonathan. He was like a white boy, like a white kid, Caucasian, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to sound racist or whatever, but he was a white boy. Because in my school, there's nothing but Hispanics. There's probably like 60, 70% Mexican Americans, Hispanic, whatever. 20%, maybe 30% black, African American, like 10% white. Well, this one dude, Jonathan, they always picked on this guy. We always bullied him. I didn't bully him, but I seen him get bullied, you know what I mean, throughout the school year. And one day, homie just popped off, and he started wailing on this one dude. Pull, 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 pull. And everybody's like, damn, look at Jonathan. You bully. That dude that's getting bullied, he's gonna pop off. Nowadays, I know people are looking for people like me. They're looking for somebody to bully, somebody to pick on. So when I go into the gym or when I go into places, I look for them first. Going into the gym, you looking for me? I'm right here. I'm right here. You're looking for me? I'm right here. And they know that I'm looking at them, and they try to be like, "Oh, how's it going?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want you to tell me how's it going." He's like, "Oh," this one guy was like, "Oh, you don't want to know how have a nice day?" No, I don't want to have a nice day. I don't know you. And the reason why I came at him like that is because I knew he was trying to make me feel bad, trying to make me part of his mold, which I'm done with it, man. I'm done trying to fit in society, and it sucks because I gotta go to work every day, and those same people that try to put me in their mold when I was in high school, in college, they're in the workplace. Can't escape it. I can't escape it. So best thing for people like me is don't be in debt. So that way, if you do lose your job because people don't like you, because I've been fired from places where people don't like me. They want me to fit in their mold. And I'm just like, they want me to suck up to them. They want me to kiss their butt and be all up in the mix. Me, I just want to go to work, make my money, and go home. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to do my thing and go home, be with my family, be with my kids. And that's it. So I gotta be, and I know I gotta be a part of society too. You know what I mean? People think that we're dumb just because we are the way that we are with ADD, ADHD. But we're not. Like, we're probably just as smart as the next person. It's just our brain is wired different from other people. And some people don't understand that. Some people don't understand. They're just like, he's slow or he's lazy. It's like, no, dude, my brain is wired different from you. Understand? I just want to grab him by the head and like, dude, listen, I'm different. And I don't use it as an excuse. I'm glad that my dad raised me to be that way. To be like, no, you're going to work. You're going to work hard. You're going to do your thing. You're going to earn. So I don't feel sorry for myself. Whenever I tried to feel sorry for myself, my dad was like, "Nah, look what you got. Look at what you have around you." He taught me like, no, you don't feel sorry for yourself. You keep going, you keep moving, and don't let it bother you. So for people with ADD, ADHD, I'm just like, don't go into debt. Learn a skill that is valuable in the marketplace, that if you get fired, you can go to another job, because that job is in demand. Me, I'm a truck driver. There's truck drivers everywhere. If somebody at my job doesn't understand how my brain works or how the type of person that I am, they can fire me. Fine. I'll go find another truck driving job. You know, I'm not in debt. I don't owe any money. So there's not that. I'm not a slave to the bank. And I could be able to, take a hit for like a month or two or whatever to look for another job. So and it sucks because I want to say there is racism out there, but not to the degree that some people make it. You know what I mean? So if you live like in Texas, there's white people, country people, city people. You know that they're racist. Like, you can feel it. They're courteous. They're like, hello, yes, whatever. But you could tell when you walk away and when they're with their group of friends, they're talking like, oh, that Mexican, this and that, whatever. Some of them, not all of them. But you can tell. Just same thing with my race. Soon as the black guy walks away, the white guy walks away, we're there talking trash about him with the other Mexicans, the other Hispanics. We know how it is. My point is, which if we're the black or the Mexican in society, there's gonna be race. But I'm not saying it's not as big as the media makes it to be, as whatever side of the political spectrum makes it to be. I'm just saying, if you know your stuff, if you got skill, if you know your stuff, if you know what you're doing, you'll be able to find a job, and you'll be able to work alongside those racists, the people that are racist or prejudiced against you. And you'll be able to lose your job just as fast as well. But if you have a skill that's in demand, you can go somewhere else and use that skill. They don't want you at that job, just go to the next job. Get an engineering degree, something that's gonna pay you a lot of money. You know what I mean? And that's the workplace for people with ADD, ADHD. The other thing too is relationships. My wife is ADD also, like me, so we kind of can relate to each other, and in that sense, and you can tell who they are too. Like in society, if a woman is kind of like, because women have ADD, ADHD too, but they kind of mask it differently than men do, or you know what I mean? Like a girl with ADD, if she masks it, if she's like playing along with the society, the way society wants her to be, whatever, it's easy for her to blend in, for a woman to blend in. For a man, it's hard for us, because like think about the little boys that are in classrooms. They're just jumping around, jumping all over the place. Girls don't do that, boys do that, you know what I mean? So it's easy for us to get recognized if we're trying to like blend in. For girls, it's not as. But my point is, like, we're able to, if we know that we have ADD, ADHD, and we've studied it, and when we understand it, we're able to see it in both sexes, male and female. So if it's somebody like me is looking for a relationship, maybe somebody that's has that in common, you know, that you can relate to, you know what I mean? You can be with that person, you know, hopefully for a lifelong commitment, just like I married my wife, and it's a lifelong commitment that we made with one another. So dating, that when it comes to finding a wife, you know, that there's one thing you can look for, because they understand the struggles of being the way we are. There are some women that stay stuck in that mask, you know, and they don't want to get out of it. They don't want to choose to be who they want to be, you know, who they are. They don't want to choose to be who they are inside. They, you know, there's, whether through peer pressure or whatever. So you got to find them when it comes to relationships.